Hey everybody, good afternoon. So I don't know how many of you saw my video yesterday that I posted from YouTube. I gave a little bit of background in terms of how I feel that weightlifting has had a major impact on my life. So if some of you saw it, if not, basically I'll just give you a quick rundown. Basically, I just kind of went over, you know, how when I was in high school, when I was growing up, like I've always been an athletic person. And then, through later and on in high school and then again through college, I kind of fell off the wagon, so to speak. And then into my adulthood, I wasn't very active at all. So I kind of told my story about how I got back on, how I got back into working out, and kind of how that then snowballed into a passion, which I then turned into a different career. So if you haven't seen it, check out my page for the link. Definitely, if you need some inspiration for working out, definitely give that a watch. But today what I wanted to do is kind of go over in detail, like in that video, I didn't really touch on, I just said, oh yeah, I got back into working out, but I didn't really talk any about the process of what that looked like. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm implying that it was so easy and I just decided one day to start going to the gym and then everything was great after that. It's not how it went. So yeah, basically I kind of just wanted to talk about my process. So basically what happened is, after I turned 30, I realized that I didn't feel good at all. Like my joints hurt, my back hurts, I was tired all the time. I generally just kind of like felt like shit, honestly. So, I kind of had this, I would look at other people or see other people on TV or on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, anybody that was active, and I found myself feeling like really jealous of them. So one thing that I try to do whenever I feel jealousy, which is natural, is to kind of like dig into that a little bit and think about, well, what is it that's making me feel jealous? Like, why do I feel jealous about that person? And for me, typically when I'm jealous of somebody else, it's because I feel like they're able to do something that I don't think or didn't think at the time that I could do. So maybe they have a job that I didn't think I could get. Maybe they can do an exercise or they have a level of strength that I didn't think I had, or any of those things. And so I found myself kind of feeling jealous. So that kind of sparked me to get motivated to be like, hey, you know what? No, like I haven't even tried to do these things. So like, let me try and just see what happens. So that was kind of like what sparked my own motivation. But in terms of like my actual workouts and getting into everything, like kind of the process that I took from going from being completely sedentary, even though I was athletic growing up, going from being completely sedentary to, then working out 3-4 times a week, sometimes even more. It was a slow process, so I'm going to go over the baby steps. So basically the first thing that I did was I tried to get back to something that I knew that I used to enjoy, that used to get me excited, and something that was pretty low key. So I joined a co-ed softball team. So that was like the first thing that I did. And then I started going to those games and hanging out with those people, and it was awesome. But then by the time that I started playing those games, I realized, okay, well then I really highlighted how out of shape I was, right? So that kind of sent off another spark that was like, well, if I care about this softball team and I want to do better here, like what do I need to do outside of these games, or what do I need to do outside of here that's going to help me be better and help me feel better during that? So, I was like, well, I probably should start working out again. So I tried to pick up a simple routine. Like I didn't have a gym membership and I really wasn't ready to do any of that. So, I started doing, like, I've downloaded some apps, and Nike Training Club was one of them, and that's still an awesome app. You should check it out. I started doing workouts at home. I started doing Nike Training Club at home. Like I would do yoga, I would do their little HIIT workouts, like whatever it was, but it was very like the commitment level was low. Like there wasn't a lot of investment going on. I just kind of was feeling it out. So once I kind of got into the routine of doing those workouts at home, like then I was like, I needed more, right? Like I wanted to do more than that. So I kind of like, so I joined a gym membership, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to do a lot of the exercises, but I kind of just went in there and like played around on the machines and tried to get a feel for it, like slowly got more comfortable with certain things. Went online and tried to find some like basic workout programs and things like that. But again, like mostly no free weights, like mostly all machines at that point. then I tried to look back at Nike Training Club, and they started giving me some workouts to do that you started using free weights. So, I didn't really know a lot about like proper form or like how to do a lot of the exercises, but I just like looked up those workouts and used the app to help guide me and just kind of tried to do my best and like getting comfortable with those free weights. And then, so once I got into the free weights and I realized how awesome I felt and I realized how much I actually was enjoying those workouts, then I really wanted to learn more about like weightlifting. So I started reading some books. Bigger, Leaner, Stronger by Michael Matthews was the first kind of weightlifting book that I read, and that really just kind of snowballed everything. Like it really just sent me down this path of wanting to learn all about weightlifting and understand proper form. And, he gives a really awesome program, but the technical side of like how to do the lifts, if you've never done them before, is kind of lacking. So I started reading Starting Strength and got into like learning about the mechanics and the technical side of everything, of how to perform, the big lifts. So the squat, the deadlift, the bench, the overhead press. And so once I started learning all about that, then, then I was all about it. Then I was like, all right, give me a solid program that I can stick to. I got excited about going to the gym because I was being able to read the things that I wanted to learn about and then go into the gym and put that into action. So then that kind of, obviously then the learning about all that kind of turned into my career as a trainer, because I always want to continue to learn about those things. And even now, after 4 years of lifting weights and being active again in my adult life, I still want to learn all that stuff, and there's still so much to learn about it. But not just on the educational side, because I know not everybody wants to be a personal trainer. Even if you're just looking to learn how to lift weights or learn how to get back into the gym on your own, there's still there's just, once you get that momentum going, that's the hardest part. And so I just took you through like all the baby steps that I made, from just doing yoga in my living room to, joining a softball team to, then joining a gym and doing free weights or whatever. Like those are all big baby steps over the course of a couple years until, I really got into lifting weights. And it doesn't have to take you that long, but I'm just saying, I think a lot of people avoid getting started on a weight training program because they think that they're just going to get thrown into the gym and get a barbell and throw it on their back, and they're not going to know how to handle it, and it's going to be too much at once, and it's not going to be right for their body, and or whatever the thought process that goes along with that. But I guess what I'm saying is, there's baby steps that you can take starting today, starting right now, that can get you back on a track so that, 3-4 years from now, you're the person telling the story and you get to tell others about how you got where you were. So kind of going back to that jealousy thing, I think people are motivated by other people. And whether that's me or whether that's somebody else or whether that's a celebrity or an athlete that you look up to, or whether that's just finding people on Instagram, to kind of check out and just get a feel for like what it is that you might want to do, is a great place to start. And if you find yourself feeling that jealousy or that anger or that frustration, like use that as fuel to get started and to come up with a plan of action to get this thing going. And so, yeah, I think the takeaway from all this is like I said, getting started is the hardest part. So if you have previous lifting experience and you were previously an athlete of some kind, even that dates back to your childhood, you still have those skills deep down inside of you, and you can get back in touch with those skills. It's just all about taking the right proper steps to get there. And having somebody that can help give you support and accountability along the way. I didn't do this all by myself. I had support from other people. I had support from other coaches. I had support from programs, like you name it. Like I didn't just sit and come up with this all on my own. So having a coach is an excellent way to kind of help with that accountability that's really needed to reach your goals. And generating that momentum again long enough to see results and success is that spark that you need to really find and get back in touch with that inner athlete, because that part of you is still there. So again, understand that it's a process, and getting back to the gym doesn't have to mean insane workouts that leave you feeling exhausted, leave you feeling broken. The right workout should leave you feeling energized and to help you get ready to tackle whatever it is that life throws your way. If that's being able to go, play a game of softball and not, feel like your back is going to get thrown out, or if that's being able to run around the yard with your kids without feeling like you're going to pull a hamstring or something like that. Like, athlete can mean so many different things. So, I also, if any of this resonates with you and your experience, I strongly encourage you to check out the new program that I'm launching on November 4th called Find Your Inner Athlete. It's a 60-day challenge that's focused on reclaiming your energy, strength, and your physique. So this program is built exactly for what I talked about today, to help you stay accountable, to get you on track for your goals using quick, effective workouts that will help you build muscle, drop body fat, and leave you energized and also pain-free. That's the most important thing. So the best part is that you'll have unlimited access to my coaching the whole time, the whole 60-day challenge. I personally make sure that those workouts are right for you and your fitness level. Providing accountability check-in so that you don't, bounce on and off programs and program hop and do all this, that you stay accountable to a plan over the course of the program. So I'm opening up early access to the program for my followers at a discounted rate only for the next week. So if you're interested, send me a DM or comment below and let me know you're interested, and I'll reach out to you with all the info. All right. Hope this was helpful, and have a great day. Thanks. Where is the end button? Okay, bye.